Speaking of connections, connect is our next of the 5 practices. So we had move, think, and then connect is cultivating positive, balanced relationships with others as well as with yourself. You cannot neglect that relationship. It is the longest and most important relationship that you will ever have. It is the only relationship that will last the entirety of your life. You will be with you every single second. So that is a very important one to pay attention to.
Yeah, and definitely from a perspective of integration, recognizing what relationships mean to you and what you value in them is super important. Because if you don't know that, you could end up doing work that doesn't really align with how you like to move through the world as it relates to the people around you. So if you like deep, meaningful relationships and you work in an environment where it's very surface, where you can't have those conversations with people or really connect with them, you're going to feel unfulfilled by that. And the reverse can also be true. If you just like being kind of surface and just connecting with a lot of people, but not on a level where you have to get to know them too much, and you're in an environment, you become a therapist, that's going to be pretty challenging for you. That's going to be depleting. So recognizing the meaningfulness of connect and what that looks like for you is going to help you figure out how to put yourself in a position where the roles that you play in your life are consistent based on the way that you value the relationships that you have in your life.
Absolutely. And there's another great book that I read recently called Quiet that's all about introversion. It's by Susan Cain. And that, connect doesn't mean the same thing to everyone. Some people want more connection to feel fulfilled. Some people need less. They need more time with themselves. And when you're talking about a relationship, it is very valuable to have these conversations about what connect means to you, what level of connection is important for you to feel fulfilled. Have those with the significant people in your lives, because that's, the love language idea I know has been kind of not debunked, but it's not perfect, but no model of personality is. It's just it's a launch point, it's a lens that you can look through. So the love languages, are about having that conversation with your significant other. And then there's also a version of that book for children as well. So recognizing how your kids, your younger children, gain value from a relationship, what helps them feel that they're being seen and heard. That's different for everyone. So having this conversation with the people that matter to you, now you can get on the same page and start to recognize and appreciate, oh, just because this person doesn't want to hang out for the whole party doesn't mean they don't like me or that they're a jerk or a party pooper. It's just they have a more limited social battery. So, you appreciate the time that they're there, value the connections that you have, and then maybe find like less intense ways to hang out with that friend because parties aren't their thing. So, just learning about yourself and each other can help bring, a deepening to the relationship.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was just reflecting on one of the I knew early on I wanted to be a teacher, but one of the reasons that I ended up becoming a martial arts teacher instead of a school teacher was I didn't want a 9-month relationship. I wanted a multi-generational relationship. I wanted to be able to watch people grow up, and then eventually even work with their kids and have that continuity. And because I valued that and I recognized that, being a school teacher wasn't going to fulfill that. So I don't think I would have found that as satisfying as I did being able to have a student who was 5 and then transform through decades into this wonderful 30-year-old and being there through all of that and being a part of that process. So those are the types of things that if you understand what connect means to you, it makes it easier to recognize the right opportunities as they come up.